What's up, y'all? So today I'm actually going to show you guys how I created that beautiful rainbow eyeshadow look that you've seen in the beginning. Here I actually ended up shaving off my eyebrow, which was not a good thing that I did not mean to do. So I'm just going to walk around looking crazy for a couple of weeks until it grows back. But just a quick eyebrow tutorial. The way I actually do my eyebrows, I actually overline them. I overdraw them to begin with, because then I know that I'm really good at concealing them. So that's never really a problem with me. And I'll go ahead in with a concealer that I'm using currently. And right now I'm using Morphe in shade 3.5. I'll go ahead and I'll conceal under my brows and use my concealer brush to kind of sharpen it up. Anybody who's new to doing brows, I would highly recommend you to make sure you have a concealer. You can do your brows, but if you do not conceal them, that's how they look blocky. That's how they look crazy. That's how it looks like, you know, somebody took a Sharpie marker and said, let me try something out real quick. And you said yes. So you make sure you want to conceal the top and the bottom of your brow, so that it's very sharp, so that I can have a nice refined and defined look. And then after I get done concealing it, I just want to make sure I do it for both sides of my brow so that they don't look crazy. And after I actually get done with that, I'll go ahead and I'll take a spoolie that you can find on the bottom of any kind of eyebrow product. And I'll go ahead and kind of spoolie it out from the inside to the outside to give it the desired disappearing ombre effect. And that is it for my brows. So now I'm gonna move on to my eyes, and I'm gonna prime my lids with an eyeshadow primer. I use NYX eyeshadow primer. I've had it for years. It has worked beautifully. It's always allowed my eyeshadows to pop. And the palettes that I'm using today are all by Juvia's Place, one of my favorite companies. I went ahead and I took a red shadow in a crease brush, and I went ahead and packed the shadow along my crease and at the end of my lid. And after that, I went ahead and I take a blending brush and I'll go ahead and blend it out so that it's nice and disappearing effect again with my eyebrows. My biggest thing to anybody who's beginning in makeup, don't just pack it on your face and not blend it out. That is really how a lot of people mess up with their makeup, is they just pack eyeshadow on and they don't blend. Blend till your hand gets tired. So then for my left eye, I went in with a green and I pretty much did the same thing, and I blended out until I achieved the desired effect that I wanted. And I made sure that it's for both my right eye and my left eye. Okay, so then I went in with a cleansing pad and a cleansing cloth really, and I went ahead and I cleaned up the area where I wanted to cut my crease, and I went in again with my NYX eyeshadow primer and I cut that crease. That crease was sharp. Then I went ahead and on my left eye, and I basically did the same thing with the green. Wiped off where the green was that was unnecessary, where I wanted my crease to be cut. And I went in with my eyeshadow primer and I cut that crease. Now I went ahead and I went with my other colors, and I used an all over eyeshadow brush, which is basically, you know, you can use it for all over your lid. And sometimes, especially with like colors like yellow, pink, white, I will dip my hand actually into the eyeshadow and I will dab it onto my face so I can get a better pigment, because those colors sometimes can be very hard coming out. They're not very like pigmented on a brush, so it's better sometimes on your hand. And then I went ahead and I blended it out, and I went between the orange, the red and the yellow to achieve the desired blend. Now on my left eye, I went ahead with the blue and I did the same thing, and I realized that that is a gorgeous blue that I need to use more. And then I went ahead and I blended it out with between the green and the blue to get the desired blend that I was actually looking for. Then next I went ahead with orange. And I'm starting to realize that these are some beautiful colors. They're coming out really, really, really pigmented. And I went ahead and I did it on my inner lid. And after I put it on my inner lid to the desired pigment that I wanted, I went ahead and I took a blending brush again and I shifted between the yellow and the orange to get the desired blend that I wanted for that cut crease. And then on my left eye, I was about to say it right. On my left eye, I went ahead and I went in with purple. That is a beautiful dark purple. And that, as you can see, my right eye is warm tones. My left eye is cool tones. Very, very, very dark. And then I went ahead, after I got it on my lid, I went with a blending brush and I shifted between the blue and the purple to get the desired blending effect. And then after all that was completed, I went in with a liquid eyeliner. This is NYX white liquid eyeliner. And I went ahead and I outlined my crease to get kind of a separation in the blends and a separation in the colors so that the colors on the crease could actually stick out. Now, I was very nervous about this because I don't use colored liquid eyeliner very much. So my hands was actually shaking during this process. They was really shaking. But, you know, I kind of got it to where I wanted it. And I kind of flicked it out towards the end. So it created like this really subtle kind of wing. And I pretty much did the same thing for my left eye, and I really feel like with my left eye it actually gave it kind of a better look, kind of a better effect, because the colors were so dark you couldn't really tell where the blends started and versus where they finished. So I feel like the white kind of really just brought all of it together and it kind of separated the colors and separated the blends. Then I went ahead and I applied my lashes. These are some lashes that I was trying out because I'm really thinking about adding them to my cosmetic line amongst something else, which is a surprise. I'm not gonna say on camera. You will just say. But anyways, I went ahead and I installed my lashes. Now I use hair glue to install my lashes. If you are new to installing lashes, I would not recommend you to use hair glue at all. Those are for pros like me whose eyes are immune to the effects of the glue. I would actually go to Walmart and either get Kiss or Duo and put the actual lash glue on your lash line. Take a tweezer and apply your lash with your tweezer until it is stuck and it is not going nowhere, baby, even on a windy day. But you know, I'm pretty condensed to the, you know, the hair glue, so it does no effect on me. Then this is how I actually set my face before I put on my foundation. I went ahead and I sprayed with my dewy setting spray, and it actually got in my mouth and it tasted disgusting. Then I went in with a dewy primer. I use dewy because my skin is very dry. So if you have dry skin, you want to use dewy products. If you have very oily skin, you want to use matte products. Then I went in with my finishing powder that is actually set to the tone of my skin. And I went ahead and I put it all over my face to kind of offset the oiliness of both the setting powder, the setting spray, and the primer that I actually used. Okay, so after I get all that completed, I'll go in with my foundation. And right now I use Fit Me. I still use Fit Me. I have not changed Fit Me. I've been using Fit Me for years. I'll change one day, but right now it's just Fit Me. And I'll put it on my skin. I'll go ahead and use my blending brush and I'll dab it all out to make sure that it's nice and smooth and a beautiful consistency on my face. And then I'll go in with my concealer. I use 3 different shades. The lightest shade I'll use under my eye so I can get a really, really nice bright highlight. So that section of my face will definitely stand out the most. And then after I finish putting that on, I'll take my second lightest shade, and I'll put it right under where I did it, on the bridge of my nose, under my chin, on my forehead, and on my cheekbone. That's more of a warmer shade, so it'll tone it down just a little bit. So after I get done with that, I go in with the darkest concealer that I have, and I'll dot my face. Because this concealer is very dark, less is more with this. It spreads very, very easily, so I don't need to overdo it with this. I don't do my nose because I'm going to powder contour that. And I'll go in with my blending brush, and I'll start with the areas that I highlighted first, and I'll go ahead and blend it out. And then I'll do my contour areas next. I find that for me, that works best because it actually blends a lot better and actually blends a lot smoother that way. Then after that, I'll go in with my contour palette and with my setting powder. I'm a Sasha girl. I've been using Sasha for years, but I just got some Fenty Beauty setting powder, hoping to shift a little bit from the Sasha. The amount of powder you kind of put on your face is really up to you. You don't have to do as much powder that I did, but you want to make sure that you hit all your spots that you had highlighted, all your concealer spots, because if you don't, you will be sweating like a mule, okay? You will be sweating, and this is to keep you from sweating and to keep your makeup intact and make it stick on your face. Then I went in with my contour palette, and I went ahead and I darkened my contour. Again, every place you put concealer, you want to make sure you put powder so you're not sweating that concealer off. Then I went in with a smaller brush and I powder contoured my nose to eliminate the nose, eliminate the lines. And then after that, I went in with a fluffy brush and some translucent powder, and I went ahead and kind of shaded out, I don't know what to call that, kind of shaded out the setting powder that I had on my face. To kind of blend everything together, blend all the powders and all the contours together. Then after that, I went ahead, I took my blush palette and I use a red blush, and I'll dab it on my cheeks while smiling, while brushing in upward circles to get a desired kind of blushy look. Then I went ahead and I went in with a white eyeliner, and I did eyeliner on my waterline just to kind of express my eyes a little bit, because my eyes are very chinky when I smile and they tend to disappear, and I find that white eyeliners really magnifies them. And then I went ahead and those eyeshadows and I put them right underneath the white liner on my waterline to kind of give a reverse effect of the shadows that I used originally on my eyes. And after that, I went ahead and I highlighted my face, and I could not find my Juvia's Place loose highlighter, so I kind of had to improvise, and I used a glitter on top of a purple iridescent shadow, and it gave like a kind of a dramatic kind of highlight. And I'll do the sides of my face up to my temple and the bridge of my nose, as well as the top of my lip. And then after I finish the highlight, I'll go in with a brown lip pencil and I'll line my Cupid's bow, which is the top middle of my lips and the bottom of my lips as well. I won't do the whole thing. And after I'm done lining, I'll go in with an eyeshadow brush and I'll kind of just blend it out so that it won't be a harsh line and it'll have more of a blended look. And I love the two-tone look, so I'll go on top of my lip and I'll actually put more brown up there so it can be more two-toned. And then after that, I'll go in with a gloss to kind of make it, really pop, give you that 90s look. And of course, I'm using Brown Beauty Cosmetics, my lip gloss line. I'm using my strawberry gloss that gives me like a nice sparkle on top of a very long lasting and very, very soft and succulent. Yeah, look at me promoting my product. So, but anyways, y'all go ahead and shop brownbeautycosmetics.com. And here is the final look.